Hello, everyone. Welcome to Asian Viewpoints. I'm Mary Sitt. An iconic shopping center in Houston's Chinatown becomes a go-to destination, gets an extreme makeover. The mastermind behind this is Beatrice Wong. She's the managing director of D Square. Beatrice, where did you get the idea to do this major renovation in the middle of the pandemic? Or it started just before the pandemic hit, right?
We started 5 years ago. Everything with the alignment of the leases in order to be developed, to getting the permit, to the design. So when we were doing it, we didn't expect the pandemic. So we got hit actually on both ends, on the revenue end, as well as on the cost end, because every day we're still writing checks to the contractors.
So how did you deal with that? You did some innovative things with your tenants.
Yes. The good thing is there's a difference between long-term and short-term because we played a long-term game, and that's a very different strategy. So during the pandemic, we kind of like the shopping center is like a boat, right? You have so many tenants. In order to make it through so-called the COVID storm, we have to make sure there's enough supplies, there's enough resources, and the boat can really carry everyone. So COVID doesn't matter what happened, you still have to pay your bills. So what we did is for 2 months, we just waive 50% of the rent, and then we scale down the rest. For some of the tenant, we actually help them a little bit more just because the government required them to shut down. So they have no income. But for all the tenants, it's at least 4 months rent relief.
Beatrice, how did you sort of curate your clients, your tenants, so that you had the best of the best in your shopping center to make it a go-to destination?
The best shopping center is the one that customer wants to come. So everything has to be relevant to the existing generation, and generation preferences do change, right? The previous expectation of Chinatown is very different from the current expectation of Chinatown. So the good thing about leases is there is a maturity. We do want to plan the maturity. So for some tenants that we think are better off elsewhere, we work on an exit plan to help them out. And at the same time, we redevelop some of the spaces. To draw attractive tenants, you have to be solid yourself. And that's why the whole plan for this shopping center redevelopment. So it's really a long-term game. It's very hard to do anything well in just a blink of an eye.
Beatrice, you have some really fun places at your D Square, a hot pot restaurant, something called Honey Pig. I love the name. Just the name itself makes me want to go there. Tell me about some of your tenants.
Okay, so the shopping center anchor on two different stream of tenants. One is the traditional authentic, which are what we call the hole in the wall. You walk in for great food, great price, right? That will not change because it's Chinatown. The other end, what we try to bring in more, it's contemporary authentic. In both category, authentic exists, because if it's not authentic, it's not a Chinatown destination.
Right.
The contemporary authentic, what we try to achieve is when you walk in, when you open the door, you step into a different world. Malu Bian Bian is a Chinese franchise. It's a skewer hot pot. The moment you walk in, you open the door, the music, the vibes, every wall is Instagrammable. It's Chinese art. By Chinese art, I mean like something that relates to me, like Cantonese art with Andy Lau, with Jackie Chan, with Maggie, and then you see a lot of the Leon light. So it just transport you back to Asia. Honey Pig, on the other end, is Korean barbecue. For those who know it, at that time, South Korea was quite poor, and a lot of the barbecue was actually cooked roadside in a stainless steel shed, and they try to mirror that, and they throw in the contemporary part. So the moment you walk in, there are 10,000 TV, I mean, not really 10,000, but maybe 10 TV playing K-pop. So the vibes, everything just take you away from Houston, and that's what we try to do. And then coming up, there are two other stores. One is Artisan 360. It's a Vietnamese dessert. But the moment you open the door, everything inside that door is shipped directly from Vietnam. So it's amazing. Like the lantern, the light, the chair, like it's so non-Houston. Like the moment you sit down, you're like in this place. And so that's what we try to do. And I think that's kind of what the new generation, what we want. We just want a place to chill, to escape.
Beatrice, you worked all over the world with Bain, one of the big three consulting firms. You've got degrees from Brown University and Stanford Business School. What advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who are starting out and they want to do a business now?
I would say just go for it. And not but, and with a balanced approach. Do something that you really love or have a passion for, because it's going to be your life. I will not say it will suck up your life, but it will be your life. So
Uh-huh.
do something that you enjoy. So when you work 20 out of 24 hours a day, you're playing 20 out of 24 hours a day. And I think it's very important to find a career that you enjoy, because when you, it's very, let's put it this way, it's much easier to succeed when your heart and when your mind is in it.
So pick something you are absolutely passionate about, right?
Yes, because you will work crazy hours in that. Entrepreneur is different from getting paid. Entrepreneur, you write the check. So
Right.
the responsibility, the stress, the enjoyment, the satisfaction when things happen, the ability to make decisions. So it's very balanced, but you will be working a lot of hours, and everyone, including your employees, are your boss. So it's very different from going into work and where you have a boss and then you have superior versus the entrepreneur, in which really at the end of the day, everyone is your boss.
What are the common mistakes that entrepreneurs make, especially in the beginning?
Not being flexible enough.
Okay.
By being flexible, I don't mean lose your virtues, lose what matter, lose your values. What I mean is being sensitive to how the market change, what the customer wants, and adjusting that model. You know,
Mhm.
every successful company, Apple, Google, Uber, they all customize their models. They all eventually play, try and error, and then find a niche.
Mhm.
So it's really amazing when you have an idea and go, oh, this is going to change the world. This is exactly what I'm going to do. Yes, that will be the starting point. And then be flexible and customize it to make it really find the bomb that shake the world.
So find your passion, be flexible. And I remember you once said that you're not nice to people, quote, nice. What do you mean by that? You don't have to be nice in business.
Nice. Can you tell?
You seem very friendly and nice, but what do you mean when you say that in business?
What I mean is in business, there is something more important than nice, and that's being fair and consistent. Let me give you an example and something maybe that's more tangible. In the shopping center or in the real estate world, as a landlord, you take care of the roof, but there is something that the tenant has to take care of, and it's AC, air conditioning, heating,
Mhm.
boiling units, because those are wear and tear. If say you have 200 tenants, and one tenants come to you and go, hey, Beatrice, I'm struggling with cash. I need a new AC. Can you help me out? And if you feel sorry for that, customer, or if you just adore the customer and really want to help, and you say yes, what about the other 199 customer? When they come to you, do you say no? So it's very hard as a leader or as a landlord on the counterpart. So to be fair and consistent, you have to say, I'm sorry, I want to help you, but that's the tenant responsibility. However, this is where the nice part comes in.
Right.
You can say, understand cash flow is a constraint. What about I give you a payment plan? What about I delay the rent part so that you have enough cash to get through the AC? So I mean, nice comes in terms of how you structure the solution. However, in business, fair and consistency, in my belief, has to come above everything. That way, all the tenants respect you and know they can come to you and be treated in a very fair way. And
So
I think
what's the biggest challenge for you, Beatrice, as the entrepreneur and also the managing director of D Square?
people always demand your time.
Right.
How do you allocate? How do you balance it? How do you manage it? And every day is not what you do, it's also what you don't do, because that's how you find your the briefing room.
Beatrice Wong, thank you so much for being with us. I want to go to your D Square today. I'm going to try those places out. Thank you so much for being with us, Beatrice. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button below and subscribe to this channel. I'll be posting a new video every Thursday. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.